Hello, everybody. I am DJC, also known as Sean, here from Big Bang Radio 89.1 FM and Studio 67, here with Matt and Keaton from Grüves. How are you guys?
Hey, how's it going?
All right. Well, let's get right into it. How would you guys define your style of music?
We are an experimental art rock with kind of a more electronic production.
Okay. So then, if there was one thing you wanted to communicate with your music, what would that kind of be?
Well, with our first album, it's definitely more about mental illness and kind of trying to purvey the feeling that derives from having a mental illness and just trying to, create the understanding for people, for others who have mental illness and, let them know that they're not alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember reading that your first album, Nocturne, was dedicated, I believe, to your friend. I'm sorry, I forget his name. If you could go into that a little bit.
Kalen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, friend Kalen Porter, he was in the band with us for a few years, or like 4 years or something. We were a band called Drainbed before. We were a metal band. We changed our name to Grüves and changed up our style. And he passed away on December 20th, 2014 from suicide. So, yeah, that's what the album's devoted to, and it's pretty much about that and what we went through and what he was going through as well. A lot of the songs were written by him still.
Yeah, well, it's very touching to hear people speaking out about mental illness, especially in this sort of time. It's a very important issue. So then, what is a typical day or week like for you guys?
We hang out at the loft up here a lot, which is where we do our writing and where we do our practicing and interviews, I guess, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we end up doing a lot of stuff up here.
Okay.
Back at Ethan's house.
And speaking of writing, are there any sort of rituals or requirements you have in your writing process to help you write or just to get stuff out there?
Not exactly. We find that we write the best when we're really kind of just more in the zone, more just not thinking about everything, because me personally, I tend to overthink a lot. So it's definitely comes out a lot more fluidly when we just kind of, take a step back.
Sometimes it's just jamming.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. All right, so then what is your favorite place to play? Is it up in the loft or is it on stage?
Definitely on the stage for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something nice to both of them. I think I prefer to ride in the loft usually, unless the stage didn't have people in the audience or something. But at that moment, yeah.
Okay. Then sort of when you're writing, then how do you deal with creativity blocks? Do you just power through them, or is there something that you go to?
We just work with it while it's still working and while it's still fresh. Kind of like if things aren't going well for it, if we can't come up with something or whatever we're adding is just screwing it up, then we just don't work on that song until we feel like working on it again, pretty much.
Okay.
Hey, this is Keaton and Matt from Grüves, and you're listening to Banshee.
All right, now here's the fun questions. Which is easier to sing, English or Hebrew?
Grammatically,
Like the word English or Hebrew or the language?
I'll let you interpret that however you want to.
English is harder.
Okay. Then why should we
English
hire
is
you?
like the hardest language.
Pardon?
Why should we hire you?
Why should you hire me?
Yes.
Well, we're very passionate about what we do.
I was one of the first men to walk on the moon.
Wow. I'm impressed. Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
All right. And then if you could play with any musician, past or present, who would it be and what would you play?
That's really tough.
I'm saying David Bowie. Maybe that's just because he just died and
That's always a good answer.
mine there, but yeah.
I would like to do a set with Aphex Twin. but
Okay.
I'm really into him right now.
All right. And why do you get up in the morning?
Different reasons every day.
Okay.
Whichever one works at the time.
All right. So then, what is the experience of seeing you guys live?
Live is us trying to put kind of like the visual aspect to Nocturne and like bringing it to you kind of thing rather than just playing it through the album. We're working on like our laser setting for it. That's still going to take some time, but we are looking on like developing a more intricate light show for our performances.
I could definitely see a light show going on with your guys' music.
Yeah.
So then, what are your current projects? Working on new music, just touring?
Yeah, at the moment we've been working on lots of projects since Nocturne finished. We've written probably about like 300 songs since that time period. So we've got like, we think we have our next project ready, or if not, we have a few other ones. Like we have a few different directions of albums that we could go in. We're looking to set up a tour, hopefully sometime this year.
This year or next year, whichever makes the most sense financially.
All right, yeah. All right, so then what is the best way for fans to keep in touch with you guys?
Facebook, SoundCloud, whole album's available on YouTube for free streaming.
And Spotify as well.
All right. Well, then thank you guys so much for coming to see us.
Awesome.
Have a great one.
Thanks,
Yeah,
you
thanks
too.
for having us, man.
Take care. Hey, this is Matt from Grüves, and you're listening to Fallen Idol.